This is a test using an 11mm f1.8 lens for my Sony FX30, standing about 2 feet in front of the camera. So here's how far that is. Now this is a test of me using a 16mm f1.4 lens on my Sony FX30, still the same, roughly 2 feet in front of my camera sitting here. So this is, look how much closer, you can't even see the monitors or anything like that, and look at the headroom here. Now this is a 30mm f1.4 lens on my Sony FX30. Haven't moved at all. I literally just changed out the lenses, but you can see how much closer this is. This has a much larger field of view, obviously, on a crop sensor. So yeah, 2 feet apart, you could barely get me in frame. I have to go all the way back here for it to get even somewhat in frame. So it's crazy what these lenses can do. This is me on the Yinlens 11mm f1.8. I am literally an arm's length away, and you can see my entire room and out there with this lens. It just gives such an ultra wide field of view. Great for vlogging, or if you're trying to do like a setup showcase with you in frame, you could do a lot with that here. This is me on the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens, literally about an arm's length away. You can see me reaching out here. I'm very close to it. You get a lot of headroom. This is like a 24mm equivalent on full frame. And I think this is a really natural, good position for an APS-C lens. This is me on the Sigma 30mm f1.4 lens. I'm literally an arm's length away. And this is how close I am at an arm's length, which is too much by far. So I would definitely need to step back. So here I am back on the Sigma 16mm just to finish this one out. This is that 11mm I was talking about. This is the 30mm that I was having on. So I know I may have said in almost like a negative connotation that the 30mm was too much. I definitely do not think that's the case. Actually, I think as far as bokeh is concerned, this is my winner. If I was just doing talking head videos in one static place, and frankly I do that most of the time, which is, I don't know why I have all these lenses, but I would use this 30mm lens. I think it gives the best background separation. It makes you focus on a subject. That being said, I do think there's a use case for an 11mm. If you're using this camera on just a run and gun setup, you're walking around with the image stabilization and all of that, the 11mm is the perfect vlogging lens. Now, the 16mm, if you just had to have one lens to do everything, it's perfect. It is literally perfect. It's a great focal length. You could technically vlog on it. It's just a little tight. And it looks great at that 1.4 aperture. Same aperture as this 30mm, but obviously 60mm focal length. It's a little bit less of that bokeh that you'd get. So I think ultimately, if you could afford to have all three, go for it, put them in your arsenal, but these are great. This lens for me was $298, this 11mm. This 30mm was, I think it was like $330 for me. And then the Sigma 16, at the time I got, the price changes like every day. I got it somewhere around $300 a few years ago. So it varies. I'm going to have links in the description to all of them, obviously. I'm not going to tell you which one you should buy because these are all great lenses. It just depends on your use case. Me personally, if I was just to use this camera in this location at all times, I'd use the 30mm. I know it looked pretty crazy on this example, but if I just went back a little bit, it would solve all of my problems, and this lens looks great. Really does. It's great for portraits too. So yeah, this is my no-nonsense review of these lenses and comparison of them. So yeah, okay, that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.